something. Healthcare, 1/6 of our economy. If the government can control that, they can control just about everything. We need to understand what is going on, because there are much more economic models that can be used to give us good health care than what we have now. And we were asleep at the wheel to let it happen, but we have to find a way still to make it work. And if we have to work within the framework of the Affordable Health Care Act, fine. If we can find a way to defund it, fine. But we have to find more efficient ways. Think about this. 80% of the encounters between a patient and a healthcare provider could easily be handled by a health savings account. 80% of the encounter, without the need to insinuate a third party or bureaucracy, which sucks out at least a third of the money. And, there are ways that we can do this. We can use bridge insurance and catastrophic insurance. Some of the, I don't want to call them morons, but there's something similar to that, who say, well, Carson just talks about HSAs. How are you going to pay for it? How are you going to have catastrophic health care? Read the book. Read the book, America the Beautiful, and some other things that I've written. It'll show you how to do that. But obviously, I'm thinking about those things. I mean, it just, I don't know, it's almost laughable, some of the things that I hear people say who criticize you. They say, I don't know, it's almost laughable, some of the things that I hear people say who criticize you. They say, he's a neurosurgeon, so he couldn't know anything about economics. It's not brain surgery. And I can tell you this much, even as a lowly brain surgeon. If you have the highest corporate tax rates in the world, then of course corporations are going to have money elsewhere. Corporations are not in business to be social welfare organizations. They are there to make money. And a wise government knows how to use that to their advantage. There is a ton of money outside this country and inside this country just waiting to be unleashed to make all kinds of jobs and opportunities if we just treat them as our friends and not as our enemies. And finally, we have to resist this war on God. People don't want to talk about God, and don't you ever dare mention Jesus Christ. And this is supposed to be a country where we have freedom of religion and freedom of speech. It is absolutely absurd. Let's let everybody believe what they want to believe. And that means PC police. Don't you be coming down on the people who believe in God and who believe in Jesus. If they want to put something out that shows their belief, they have every right to do that. And we need to know, we need to understand that we are not each other's enemies in this country. And it is only the political class that derives its power by creating friction. It is only the media that derives its importance by creating friction, that uses every little thing to create this chasm between people. This is not who we are. We have much more in common with each other than we have apart. And we have to be smart enough to understand that. And we have to live by godly principles of loving your fellow man, of caring about your neighbor, of developing your God-given talents to the utmost so that you become valuable to the people around you, of having values and principles that guide your life. And if we do that, not only will we remain a pinnacle nation, but we will truly have one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Dr. Benjamin Carson at his CPAC speech. My apologies for the technical glitches. That's the problem with doing the show live. Anyway, some more good points. Again, this reverberating message between this so far of all the speakers about reducing the friction and staying on point, and the points that are made, supporting limited government, whether it's your personal liberty and constitutional rights, such as the Second Amendment or the First Amendment for that matter, as Dr. Carson was just talking about, or it's the economic freedom that is offered by fair tax policies and by realistic regulation. I know, the accusation is that conservatives are industrialists and they don't really care about the planet, and on and on and on. Couldn't be further from the truth. We all have the desire to produce, but produce safely. And regulations, maybe some are necessary, but they should be realistic. So that's Dr. Carson. Again, my apologies for the technical glitches. I think some of them actually worked to an advantage because they emphasized some key points. That was not intended, but hope you enjoyed that. Now, when we come back, we'll have one final speaker, and we'll talk about that then. Hang on.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
the
office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will to the best.
Hey, everybody, that is Barack Obama taking the oath of office. This is Jeff Wagner of the Conservative Voice on the Conservative Radio Network on Spreaker.com. If you think that oath of office should sound something more like this.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
the Constitution of the United States.
Then join me on the Conservative Voice, the Conservative Radio Network, Spreaker.com.
This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce from The Views Express. Come join me Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on Spreaker.com.
In this time of political power grabs, endless bureaucracy, the creation of czars, the trampling of your constitutional rights, turn to the Ronald Boyd Show for clear, intelligent, and concise conservative opinion. Only on Spreaker.com.
Hey, BK, what's the think tank all about?
Oh, we're going to be talking about news and current events and politics, and, our main goal is to also make it funny.
Funny?
Yeah, funny, yeah. As a matter of fact, if you haven't pissed your pants by the end of the show, we haven't done our job. The Think Tank, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time on Spreaker.com.
Government handouts, the progressives' Viagra. The only thing free here is the truth. You're listening to the Conservative Radio Network.
And we're back. It's Jeff Wagner, Conservative Voice, the Conservative Radio Network. Hey, if you have a minute, go ahead and check out our website. It's conservativeradionetwork.org. You can listen to our most recent shows. It's this show as well as Independent Music Mix, where we take independent tunes that are royalty-free. We download and share them with you, several different genres. And also the Ronald Boyd Show, which is available on the website as well. Ronald's home is also Spreaker.com, so check that out. If you need to get in contact with us, you can email us at TheCRN, that's THECRN, at hotmail.com. That's the email that's the easiest to reach us at. So one of the speakers who is somewhat controversial, but often has some fairly straightforward but good arguments, and most people attack her personally, but fail to disprove her arguments or put up a real valid argument against her. I got to see in Green Bay this past summer, once her book came out, the book Mugged. And speaking of Ann Coulter, she, if you're a conservative, you're going to like some of the humor that she has in her speech, and as well, she has a wit about her that frustrates and angers most people on the left, and I think most conservatives at times, when they're frustrated, would like the ability to say the things that she says so openly around the dinner table and in most mixed company that might get you in trouble. But hopefully the technical issues are resolved. But here's Ann's speech. Love the Metallica.
Thank you. As some of you know, due to the turmoil in North Korea, our regularly scheduled speaker, Ambassador Dennis Rodman, will not be here. So I'm filling in. I'm Ann Coulter, the author of 9 massive New York Times bestsellers. Boy, the sequester has really ruined everything, hasn't it? The little kids can't go on White House tours. Muslim Brotherhood has been deprived of $250 million. Oh, no, that's safe. Sorry, that's fine. Even CEPAC had to cut back on its speakers this year by about 300 pounds. After all of Obama's hard work and wrangling over the budget, he's managed to cut the growth of federal spending by 2%. 2%. Congratulations, Mr. President. Even that was imposed on him by the sequester. And Roger Ailes calls Obama lazy. Did you see that? A new biography of Roger Ailes quotes him as saying that Obama is lazy. Van Jones said that was racist, but Obama himself said he was lazy. You know why Van Jones didn't know that? Because he's lazy. I'm just kidding. I love Van Jones. I do. Liberals say the word lazy is a racist code word, as is Chicago, the word apartment, mentioning that Obama golfs. No, these are all, according to liberals, racist dog whistles, which may be why only Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Rachel Maddow, and Chris Matthews can hear them. But you know, Obama has his own code words. He says investment, he means government spending. He says revenue, he means taxes. He says Dr. Livingston is in the library, he means distract Michelle, I'm going out for a smoke. Even after Republicans gave Obama his tax hike, he still won't cut spending. This is becoming what's known as a pattern. Remember, Republicans agreed to raise taxes, and in exchange, we're supposed to be, taking an axe to the budget. No, he wants to raise taxes again. Remember this the next time some journalist asks a Republican, are you saying you would not take $1 in tax hikes in exchange for $10 in budget cuts? No, see, the problem is we're the Indians and the Democrats are Andrew Jackson. We've been through this before. Back in the 80s, Ronald Reagan made that deal with Tip O'Neill. He said he'd